さんこんにちは、HigeSanです。今回は Not Fest 行きます。Today has finally arrived. I will be attending Not Fest, as you can tell by the t-shirt that I'm wearing. It's gonna be my first time attending a concert in Japan, so I'm very excited. And this one is very special because my favorite band of all time will be headlining this festival, Slipknot. So this concert is not only one that I'm looking forward to, but I feel very special to me at the same time. And with that being said, it's time to get going. So, 行きましょう. Let's go. はい、着きました. We made it, and I already ended up getting the wristband, so I'm good to go. And I'm still not sure about the rules if we can record it inside of the venue, but very excited, and it's a pleasant day today. とてもいい天気. じゃあ let's get going. Hi, 皆さん帰ってきました. And honestly, that was such a wonderful experience. And I know some of you guys commented on my post and asked me if I was gonna be there on the second day. And unfortunately, I couldn't go. I wanted to go, but HigeSan, but besides that, it was such a wonderful experience attending a concert after 5 years actually. It was just amazing. So the first band that I was able to see was Bandmate, and I was amazed with their performance. Something that really stood out to me is the sheer amount of energy that they had. They have the same kind of energy that I feel from the music videos, and when it came to their shows, they brought in that same kind of energy. But unfortunately, the band after Bandmate, I wasn't able to see them because after Bandmate, I had a decision to make. So either I had to stay in the venue the whole day without eating or drinking anything, or miss this band and go out and eat and drink something before attending the entire venue. Of course, I had to eat and drink something. If I don't eat anything, shinu. You know, going to these concerts, I want to see as many bands as possible, but because this is a full festival, it's very difficult to stay there the entire time, especially with all these rules. It's not really possible to just stay there the entire time. And after finishing eating, I went inside the venue to watch one of the bands that I was looking forward to the most, and that was Crystal Lake. Usually when I go to concerts, I want to see their performance first, and then after I've seen them already, then really get into the concert, like get into the crowd and do all the crazy stuff. But with Crystal Lake, I made a bit of a mistake where I actually was close to the very front, which was really good. I was in the very front, so I could see everything and got the whole big experience. But I really wanted to just see their performances. I haven't seen them perform, and that didn't happen because it was crazy. Everybody is pushing, shoving. I mean, it was great. It was fantastic. 言葉, there's no words to describe it. And as you know, Crystal Lake has a new lead singer as well, and I think he did a fantastic job as well performing. I'm really happy that they played Helix, because Helix is actually one of the first songs I heard by Crystal Lake. And after Crystal Lake finished performing, Survive Set the Prophet performed in the stage next to them. So I saw Survive Set the Prophet from a distance, but I could still see them from the screen, and I could still see them. And one thing I really like is that he got really close to the crowd. Whenever bandmates do that, it really shows a really close connection between the band and the fans. Whenever he did that, it was just, it was like clap, clap, clap for me. Like, so what? Sasuga. Yeah. And after Survive Set the Prophet's performance, a new band that I haven't heard of before named Rotten Grafty. I've never heard of this band before, but I was extremely surprised by this band's performance. At first, I didn't really know what to think about their performance in terms of what kind of genres are they making. I did actually look up their wiki page before they started performing. The description I got is that they are a mix of like rock, reggae, industrial. So I was thinking, how is this gonna go? And honestly, I was very impressed with their performance. And then there was a vocalist, like I don't know what's his name, but he was like dressed in all black. He did screams and like cleans as well, but the other vocalist also did screams and vocals, so I'm guessing they just kind of like share vocals or something. I thought that was pretty interesting, but the guitar work was amazing. It was just, the riffs perform very cool. The drum rhythms as well, just the energy. I really want to point out they had such an amazing energy in their performance. And something I should have mentioned that I didn't mention before is I will be posting a picture about this maybe right now, but at the concert you were not allowed to take pictures or film any Japanese artist performance, which is an utter shame. I know it's a rule, but it's an utter shame. And then after Ron Gratifi's performance, the first foreign band performance came, which is Enter Shikari. With this band, I have a bit of history. I've been listening to them since I was in high school, and this is the first time I ever saw them perform as well. So this was kind of like a special moment for me. And during their performance, I saw something that really showed how much people care about recording or taking pictures during a performance. I'm gonna be playing a clip for you guys that I took during the performance, and I want you guys to see how everybody reacts during this performance. So in this clip, many people, foreigners and Japanese people, took out their phones and recorded this specific moment. I understand why these rules are in place for Japanese artists. I just wanted to share this with you guys because people want to record these moments so they can watch them at a later time. It's kind of like a special memory for them, but the performance was amazing. And after the performance, it was time for the oral cigarettes. One thing that really stood out to me a lot about this band is that their fans, they have an energetic fan base. At one point, there was this one person standing next to me, and she was like fist pumping like no tomorrow, and she was really close. So I thought she was gonna punch me in the face. It was just like, okay, I gotta step back a little bit. This is dangerous. So I thought that was pretty funny. And then on my other side, there were just people dancing as well, like these three friends. I thought that was really cool. When it comes to the band's performances, I really enjoyed every single song that they performed, but my favorite part from this performance was the final song, which was, of course, the song that I did a reaction to, Kyoran Hey Kids. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. When they started playing that guitar, ding, 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 everybody just started going crazy. And like, even me, I was like, oh shit, they're playing this song. And It was so cool. Seeing that video and hearing that song on YouTube and actually seeing it being performed, I was extremely hyped up. And after the Oral Cigarettes, the next foreign band to perform was In Flames. So this band is known for its very technical riffs and heavy guitar work and really good kind of guitar melodies and such. But regardless, everybody had a good time watching this show. Once again, people got into the circle pits. People were just having fun. And following In Flames came the final Japanese band to perform for the night, Man with the Mission. The first thing that came to my mind when I saw them come out, I thought, Homono da. I think what makes Man with the Mission very special is they have, you know, the wolf heads. Man, I gotta say, their performance was amazing. And the fan work as well. Just like the Oral Cigarettes, I really enjoyed the fan interaction. Something that stood out to me from the performance is the final bit. I don't think I've ever seen that done before from any band. Usually people just clap and that's it. But when it came to Man with the Mission, everybody took out like their towels and they're like, yo, kind of like that, just showing it to everybody. So I thought that was really cool. And two of their songs that they performed, I did reactions to, Play Again and Emotions. Emotions was the final song they performed, which I think was a really good song to go with. Had a little bit of a more calmer intro and then it picked up towards the end. So I think that was a really good choice. But I think for me, probably Fly Again was the most energetic song that they performed. The crowd interaction during that song was amazing. It was so much fun seeing them for the first time. And following Man with the Mission's performance were the last two foreign bands to perform, Trivium and Slipknot. One thing I really want to point out that some of the foreign bands that they tried to speak Japanese, which, you know, it's really cool to see them try to interact with their Japanese fans in their own language. And that's something I really respect. But the performance was flawless, really enjoyed. It was my first time also seeing them perform live. But overall, it was a really good experience to finally see them live. But following Trivium, it was time for Slipknot's performance. As you guys know, Slipknot is my favorite band of all time. Especially when they perform my favorite songs as well. I just couldn't help myself. I just started singing them. Totemo subarashikatta. But overall, I really enjoyed this festival. It was such an amazing time. I had a lot of fun and I'm still feeling the effects from that. My neck hurts. My body is sore, but it was well worth it. And of course, I will be attending it next year if it comes back. And at that time, I will be attending both days as well. Once again, it was such an amazing experience and something that I will never forget. Like the guitarist from Trivium said, fucking psycho. はい、皆さん見てくれてありがとうございます。チャンネルを次のビデオで会いましょう。またね。